Hey everybody, I'm Blake Bolden, Franklin P. Johnson, Director of the Drake Relays. We're back. Just moments away from Ashley Spencer joining us, the Olympic bronze medalist in the women's 400 meter hurdles. She's had an illustrious career, had success all around the world, a two-time world champion. She has had tremendous success on the Blue Oval in Drake Stadium. I also want to apologize to all of Ashley's fans who saw this promo coming out. In fact, maybe I'll share that story after Ashley joins. Here she is. Oh yeah, she's ahead of me. She's joining right now. Again, I'm Blake Bolden from the Drake Relays. We're being joined by a two-time world champion. He was a member of the 4x4 Championship 2013, outdoors and indoors in 2016. She's the reigning Olympic bronze medalist indoors. She was the 400 meter silver medalist that same year in 2016. I'm joined here by one of my favorite athletes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good. Great to see you. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to join us today.
Of course.
Terrific to see you. How are you and everyone in your world?
It's weird not competing. It's so weird. My track, my day to day schedule is always centered around track, whether it's training, lifting, getting massage, going to competition, coming from competition. So without it, I feel kind of lost, but just trying to stay healthy and stay positive and stay motivated.
Well, you know what? I don't know the comment that this fan is my favorite athlete ever. I want to apologize to all of Ashley's fans that were expected to write at 6. I was a couple minutes late. I made the mistake of taking a bite of turkey leg. One of the local college coaches, he's not really local. He's from Dubuque, University of Dubuque, Chad Gunnelson. He popped off a turkey leg in my house early. Have you ever a Drake Relays turkey?
Sounds good.
Have you ever had a chance to enjoy a Drake Relays turkey leg?
No, I haven't. Every time I come to Drake, the first place we try to go to is Woody's. and then every other meal after that is Woody's leftovers.
Yeah. This turkey leg at Drake Relays became famous many years ago when Reese Hoffa, I know Reese, Georgia. He went into our Hall of Fame last year. Reese, he somehow, someway, his way on a victory stand in the middle of the infield with a turkey leg in his hand.
So that's iconic.
It's a tradition. So someone dropped one off, and I was a little late here at 6 o'clock, jumping on the call because I went and had a bite of a turkey leg. So
I don't blame you.
So trying to keep all those Drake Relay traditions alive. So
yeah, of course.
And having Ashley Spencer at the Blue Oval is a recent, it's a modern Drake Relay. Whether it was when you were in college and you were winning championships there, you've been on the Blue Oval at national championships. Mm-hmm. I have some very fond memories of your competition at the Drake Relays. Would you, as we commemorate the Drake Relays today, special memory from Drake Relays with your fans and our fans?
Oh man, I have so many. I won my first national title on that track as a freshman at the University of Illinois. And that was very exciting because the 400 was something that Coach Bailey told me to do. Indoor season of my freshman year at Big Tens was the first time I ran the open quarter. And to translate that into being a national champion is it was amazing. And being so close to home and being in the Midwest, it was just great. The first time that Drake had the Hy-Vee Cup, I was a sophomore at the University of Illinois, and we were the first team to win the Hy-Vee Cup. We won the 4x4, we won the 4x1, we won the sprint medley, we broke school records on that track. And that track has always been just such fond memories of college days, and I've ran there a few times as a pro. Made my first world team in 2013 on that track. And I've always loved the Blue Oval. I really can't get enough of being there. I think the last time I was there it was really, really cold and I fell. But still, like, just being on the Blue Oval, it's one of my favorite tracks on the earth, to be quite honest.
You know, you've been to the Blue Oval a few times recently, but I will say this is I just knew you and I haven't gotten to know each other very well personally, but professionally as an athlete, I feel like I've got to know you well. I really, but I'll share. And this says to me everything anyone needs to know about Ashley Spencer. My first year as a truck driver, through the reigning bronze medalist in the Olympics, and you know you're one of the stars. And as you know, the women's 400 hurdles is an event we had a loaded team. Georgia she had an incredible race, conditions. And you unfortunately, I don't remember which hurdle, maybe the fourth hurdle.
Yeah.
Over just the end of the backstretch, you just clipped it and it was really heartbreaking. Probably too an exaggeration, but it was like sad to see, and it was really just disappointing for everybody in the stand. We were all very hopeful, and I felt bad because I felt badly for the crowd. I felt bad for you. I knew how much you had put into your preparation and how much you wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I just to say, oh, it happened. And before you could, you came and you found me and you said, Blake, I'm really sorry that happened. And I was like, sorry. You're not allowed to be sorry. You don't need to apologize for that. Thank you for your professionalism. Thank you for what you do for the fans. Thank you for what you do for the sport. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Ashley Spencer moment. It's probably not yours, but it's one that's meaningful to me.
I had to. I try to. Everything that I do as far as being an athlete is 50% for me. Well, I wouldn't even say 50%. It's 30% for me, 70% for everyone else. And when I have people coming to the track that want to see me, that want to see good competition, that want to see us compete well, who are fans of mine, I feel like it's my duty to do everything in my power to show you guys that the work that I've put in. And we train under all types of conditions, rain, sleet, hail, snow, whatever. And even if I don't break a record, or even if I don't run the time that I want to run, I still want to show my appreciation for you guys, that the support that I give is a blessing. And I've known the Blue Oval for years now. And it's going to be maybe a decade I've known the Blue Oval. Because the first time I stepped on that track, I was about 18. And I just feel like you guys are family. And it's my job to show my family just how hard I work. So I had to. I was not leaving the track. I had told my agent, we need to find Blake. We need to find the meet. We need to find anybody who's running this meet, because I need to talk to them personally. Like, I just had to. I had to.
Well, it meant a lot to me personally and professionally. It was just really one of the most class act things that I've seen. So really,
thank you.
I give you my special memory. I do have some more questions, but I know there are a lot of fans, probably close to 100, that have already joined. But I want to encourage to throw out a question for Ashley. She is not only a wonderful person and a world-class athlete, but very accessible, would gladly answer your questions. But if you're just Blake Bolden, the director of the Drake, here with two-time world champion, bronze medalist Ashley Spencer. Super excited to help us train what has been the 111th American Athletic Classic. I do want to pick up from a big fan of yours, Hill.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Yeah, she's a class act, Ashley, back on the Blue Oval, and I know that says that she speaks for probably tens of thousands of people, but certainly thousands, and all of our um, as the Blue Oval, I could ask you this: and you've traveled the world, you've been the world stage for several years here.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other special from the sport? Do you have maybe a venue outside of you, some special trip or a meet that really stands out as something you'd like to share with us today?
Yes. Okay. So my first year being pro, well, my first pro race on the Diamond League circuit was Prefontaine. Prefontaine 2015, I believe, or 2016. 2015 or 2016. Anyway, it was Prefontaine, and I was very nervous. I was fresh out of college, and I was running the women's open quarter. And in the race was Sonia, Quinera Hayes. I think Allison ran that quarter that year. Francina McCory, Natasha Hastings. I mean, all the big women hitters of the women's quarter was in that race. Everyone's PR was 49, except for mine. My PR was 50.2. So I was very, very nervous. I false started, and then I pulled up. And that was the first time that the IAAF, World Athletics, and Nike saw me perform as a professional. And it was the most embarrassing thing. I was very ashamed of myself that I let just things that really didn't matter kind of overtake the preparation that I've done. So the following year, after winning bronze at the Olympics, I came back to Prefontaine to run the 400 hurdles. And not only did I end up winning the 400 hurdles, but I also ran the #1 time in the world. And what made it even more special was my mom was there. I flew my mom in from Indianapolis to come to Oregon. It was her first time at Hayward Field. Because I don't allow my parents to come to USA. It's like they can't. It's too much. But I remember the last thing I heard before the gun went off was my mom's voice. And then when I crossed the finish line, and you receive flowers when you win a Diamond League, I gave them to my mom. A week later, when I came back from Prefontaine, we had a week of training. My mother actually took the flowers that I won from Prefontaine and put them on my Nana's grave. And my Nana was the person who... she's the one who encouraged me to get into track and field. So if I had to pick the best moment of my life on the track, it was absolutely that, because I felt like things finally came full circle for me. Yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to that. That's too much. That's really, really special.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Wow. Yeah, really, really, really incredible. Well, so pivoting, if I keep myself from crying, when you think of all these high school skiers and college skiers that haven't had a chance to compete, whether at the Blue Oval or Eugene, wherever it is this spring, what advice might you give them, or do you have any insights that you can share to those young?
My main thing is try to take every day by day. A lot of people are taking like, oh, I want to be at this point in June, so how do I get there? Right now, the world is healing, and I think that a lot of people are trying to plan too far ahead. But just to keep people's sense of anxiety low, just take every day by day. I have really bad anxiety. I like planning things. I like planning things ahead. I like being two steps ahead of everyone else. But since we've been at a stay-at-home order and COVID and all that other stuff, that has really inhibited a lot of people from moving freely. So for the athletes who want to be in my position, or not even being pro right now, who want to continue to be successful in their college or in their high school and continue to move forward in their own careers, the things that you're capable of doing right now and the things that you can control, do that. And don't worry about the things you can't, because that's when the unsettling, that's when the anxiety starts to kick in. And that's where you become discouraged or unmotivated. And it's hard for me because I'm a woman of schedule. I'm a woman of planning. I want if things are in a certain order, a day by day, I want it to stay like that. And since this whole thing has started, it's kind of flipped everything upside down for me. But I've learned that, my coach keeps us on track. She keeps us motivated. What we can control right now is we can do the little things to stay in shape. So if we get the call, there's a track meet, we'll be able to make those decisions moving forward. And that was just some advice my mom gave me when this all started. And it's helped me. So I would hope it helps other people.
You know what? I'm still learning Instagram and still trying to figure this all out. But for one, I think when there's a bunch of hearts flying all over everywhere, and most hearts.
It was a heart.
You really spoke to us very well there, and as you can see, go Queen Glow. I mean,
Queen.
Yeah, another incredible person that we all love here in Des Moines so much.
Love.
Really nice. And I'll say, as we wrap up, I promise you we wouldn't be here more than 15 minutes. I was just late. We're about 15 minutes. I want special thanks not to Ashley, but to Claude, Brock, the whole team, and On Track. To reiterate, not just I got Queen on my mind. Today we talked to Ryan Krauser. Today we talked to Sandy Morris. All of these world-class athletes have come to commemorate the Drake Relays. We're not paying them; they're volunteering. Our fans, they love their fans. They love our sports so much, Ashley. Thanks, for coaching. You're everybody that brings the sport to life and what you do. Not only what you share today, that inspiration, that the special memories at Eugene with your family, the special with your college team, the Blue Oval, the success you've had around the world. It really means a lot of time to help us celebrate our event. It really is very. So as we wrap up, is there any additional parting words or advice you might give? Maybe not to but all together. That all looking for Friday. But until then, have some parting words for us.
Of course. Since this whole thing has started, since this pandemic has kind of put everything at a standstill, I have learned to kind of flex other things. A lot of people don't know, but I love to bake. A lot of people don't know, but I do have a podcast. And my advice would be just take the time to do something that you wouldn't normally do, that you don't have, you used to not have time for, but now you have all this time. And, love one another. Take care of one another. Stay home. If you don't need to leave, don't leave the house. Wash your hands. Just stay healthy. And as long as and another thing. I saw on Twitter the other day, and it was very heartbreaking, that this young lady who had really bad anxiety, she actually committed suicide because she couldn't handle being inside. So you guys, I'm begging you, if you are struggling with being at home and staying at home, if you are struggling with it, please talk about it. Reach out to someone, your friends, your family, and if you have nobody to talk to, DM me, post something, get my attention, and you can talk to me about it, because we're all in this together and we're going to come out of it together.
Holy cow, that's cool, man. Thank you so much, Ashley.
Thanks for having me.
I cannot respond to that. I'm going to just be waterworks, and I got one more interview to do, so I can't. But thank you so much, Ashley. It means the world that you came. I've taken more time than I promised you I would. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to have you back at Great Stadium, and I know there are thousands more. Just judging by all these hearts, I guess they're looking forward to seeing you back at Great.
I love you guys. I'm looking forward to being back on the Blue Oval. Can't wait for the world to open back up. You stay safe, Blake.
Thank you. You too, Ashley. We'll see you soon.